play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make...
Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Houston Texans.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this underneath to Edmonds.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3.
I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But his opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave him 3 points.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive.
Former Heisman winner leading them out, the 2-time Pro Bowler in his first 3 seasons, the electric Kyler Murray.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
A first carry now for Rex Burkhead. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, they run with Burkhead. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away.
Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
One of the showstoppers in the league. A nice catch there by Tyreek Hill. How about this for a statistic? 6 seasons, 6 Pro Bowls, and this guy continues to be one of the game-breaking players in the NFL. Now using his speed down south of Miami after his first 6 years in Kansas City.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Sony Michel, his first carry.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Got to think that Michel looks back on his trade to LA last season fondly. Getting the start again, he ended up picking up 845 yards and, just as importantly, won the 2nd Super Bowl ring of his career.
First carry for Raheem Mostert.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. 10 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys are able to extend their lead. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with a touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage. Probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Shakes off the sack, eluding the pressure right. Oh, fancy running by Murray. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Mack. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's Mack to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Murray's throw taken in by Collins. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray.
Throw right side, taken in by Collins.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll go with Mack here up the middle. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
Murray going to throw.
Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans.
A 9-yard touchdown there.
And the Texans have cut it back within a score.
Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, Bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. A 10-play drive that time, and the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Jalen Waddle. Well, he nearly took it the distance. Not quite, though. What a great return as they finally corral him inside the 5 at the 3.
All praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
Miami set to take over. The big kick return nearly resulted in 6. Now they'll try to finish the job here. 1st and goal.
They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3.
Mostert. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Again, it's Mostert.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Raheem Mostert, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
Sanders now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And the Texans set to come onto the field.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll start out here with the option left. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
6 yards left on second down.
Here's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mack. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Murray now on first down.
Got a man. It's Collins, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Murray. Steps away to his left. 20.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Murray now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Murray. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Mack, and he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out, and the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And going deep for Hill. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Desmond King back deep. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
First down, Murray. And Cooks has it over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Murray going to look to run.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
On the give, this is Mack. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Out of the gun, here's Murray.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Murray.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And they'll accept that penalty.
Still 3rd down.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. On a strip, the ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
All right, partner, this is where I get to show my age. Because I remember when the strip sack kind of came into vogue, where defenders were taught not just to make the tackle, but do that little extra, try and jostle the arm of the runner and knock it free. And that's what we just saw there.
And here comes the Texans now.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Murray now. That's complete. It's Collins.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Up the gut with Burkhead. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Throwing now is Murray. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So a big one coming here for Ka'imi Fairbairn. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the fourth. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. He'll look to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Michel running up the gut. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
2nd and 4. And going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. So still time remaining here in this 4th quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Sanders on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
The touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Jordan. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll try and run right on the option. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flagged for that one.
On 2nd down, here's Murray.
He'll complete this one to Collins.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Murray now on 1st down. Man open, that's Chester Rogers. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at their 28-yard line.
Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Collins. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And the Texans first down.
Now Murray again. This is caught. It's Cooks.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Houston.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Murray.
Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. To throw is Murray.
He's got Jordan complete right side.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd goal. Clock's under a minute, still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Murray to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. He was looking for Raheem Mostert there.
And it's second down. He'll drop to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
On third down, here comes Mostert.
They find some open field here. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. And that's caught inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
They'll run right side with Mostert.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.